What up, witches and bitches? Welcome back. Dude, my God, it feels like a lifetime, right? Your girl has been everywhere all at once. You know how it goes. What's that saying? Everything, everywhere, all at once or some junk like that? That's the life. That's the life we've been living, my love. That's the life we've been living. With that being said, I feel like we all just need a moment to slow down and check in. And so that's exactly what my intention is with this reading. If you want to get a more personalized one-on-one reading, then I encourage you to check out my website, JessieRetroReadings.com. I just now made it to where the website takes all major credit and debit cards as well as Apple Pay, because before it was exclusively PayPal and that was a pain in the ass. But now we have options, bitches. So anyways, my intention today is to let spirit take the wheel. So whoever finds this reading, know that it is meant for you. It is meant to reach you in divine timing. I trust that spirit is going to use me as the channel to send you the message that you need to hear right now, because we are entering new territory, my love. And it feels like we have officially allowed ourselves to let go of aspects of our personality that just are not the vibe anymore. It feels like we are leveling up. But into what exactly? The vision is still a little bit blurry. So that is where I really want to allow us to gain clarity. For those of you who are resonating with what I'm saying thus far, dude, let me know. Let me know. What's been going on for you? Yeah, bro. A whole new world. A dazzling place I never knew. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Oh my God. If you do not, okay, come through. I channel songs a lot, and so the first song coming through is New Bitch by Queen Herbie. Of course, my queen. This, for some of you, you might be entering into new healthy relationships, whether that's a romantic relationship or platonic relationship. It feels like there are connections. I'm also seeing contracts. There's just a lot of leveling up, and there's like a sense of support. Like there's a physical person in your realm that represents that support. So for some of you, it's romantic. For some of you, it's a friend or a group of friends. And for others of you, it may be like a really dope ass contract you just got within your business. But ultimately, it's you showing up, the star, you, bitch, my God. For real, we are tapping and awakening ourselves into brand new things, because the world here is the last of the major arcana. So let's talk about tarot, why don't we? So in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, which is the deck that we're using right now, there are 78 cards. Of those 78 cards, only 22 are major arcana, and the world here represents the last of those major arcana, basically just saying, like we were talking about before, you are entering brand new territory. You are fully releasing an old cycle. For some of you, you might be traveling. This is a very fertile card. I do not do fertility readings. This is not me saying that, bitch, you're pregnant. I would never. I'm not putting that evil on anybody. Not just kidding. But ultimately, this is just saying we have entered a place in life where anything is possible. And not only that, there seems to be, I'm hearing an alliance here. There's support, there's foundation, there's an eye to eye. Yes, there's differences, but there's a sharing happening here. There's a resilience is what I'm feeling, support here. So let's keep it going, let's keep it going. Three of Cups in reverse, bitch. Yeah. Through old wounds comes new blessings is exactly what this is. The Three of Cups in reverse, this is just showing you may have experienced recently some people that have been talking badly about you. Three of Cups when it's in reverse is like gossiping and just like wounded feelings. A lot of just like people you thought were friends are now not friends. And it's just, it feels icky within your social group. And so when it was coming through this blessing through the healing of old wounds, it's like you got to see your angels through that experience. And because of that, now you're entering this new territory. Yes, there's residual ickiness, that you might still be processing, but ultimately spirit is being very clear with, girl, Out with the old, in with the new. I'm hearing you're going to need to try things outside of your comfort zone. You're also going to need to communicate in a way that doesn't feel very comfy. Like what I'm hearing it's like you're afraid of confrontation, but this isn't really confrontational. Spirit is really just saying you're going to have to assert yourself more clearly. You're going to have to do things like, yeah, it's just like asserting boundaries and things that you've been wanting to tap into. They're also showing me like the time when I was just starting to read tarot. So I was at a swap meet and I saw this little crystal vendor and I went up to them and it was just a personal challenge of mine to be like, hey, I'm a tarot reader, and like introduce myself as that. And so I went up to them and I was just like, hi, I'm a tarot reader. Do you recommend something to cleanse in between clients? I went in there just simply saying, old me is done. Tarot feels like it's growing into something more legitimate for me in my life. And so I was like, I am a professional tarot reader, and like manifesting for the first time. And so that was me finally communicating to the 3D world that I am a tarot reader. And when I did that, turns out that that little crystal vendor ended up being fucking soul family. And it just launched me into this whole other trajectory where I started reading for people in person instead of just virtually. And I started teaching tarot, and then it just evolved into who I am now. And so Spirit's really calling you to recognize that you are leaving behind an aspect of yourself that requires you to then assert yourself in a way that may feel uncomfortable, that may feel like ungrounded, like I haven't put in enough work to say that I am this way, or there's not enough justification for me to say this thing. No, bitch, if you're feeling it and your soul knows that you are ready to just try the thing, then speak on it out loud. Oh my goodness. Ooh, girl, this is a test in patience too that you're experiencing. Temperance in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, and the Devil is basically saying it's taking this long so that you can fully make eye contact with your demons, essentially, to sit in the discomfort of knowing the names of your accusers. Figuratively or literally. Spirit is saying there is a reason why you are sitting here watching the slow-mo version of your progression. It's so that you can recognize the ways in which you have kept yourself locked into these limitations. The Devil represents addiction, conditional love, bleh, lies, deceit, drugs, sex, rock and roll, all of those things. This is like impatience and divine timing and kind of having this just this impatient feeling. And the 9 of Cups in reverse is not getting what you want, or like not getting it fast enough. Okay, Kali is calling. So let's pull from her deck. Also, this is a good time to hydrate. My goodness, this is a lot of energy coming through. Let's take a minute to take a sip. Today I am drinking whatever this is. This is Lemon Perfect Dragon Fruit Mango Organic Lemon Water with 0 sugar. This is the first time I'm drinking it. It's delicious. I got it from Sprouts. What are you drinking? All right. Oh my goodness, so much. So much. We'll see. These might not be for us. We'll see how it goes. Although you may be in circumstances that you would prefer not to be in at this time, you are actually in a position of unrealized spiritual power. I mean, hello? You will gain benefit from what is transpiring. When the relevant learning and personal growth have been acknowledged and integrated, these circumstances will give way to a more favorable situation. Hello. Patience. She appears fierce, and yet she is benign. Her oracle brings the message that a situation which may frighten or intimidate you is well within your capacity to handle. No matter how dramatic or intense a situation may appear to be at this time, it shall eventually be little more than a passing memory, and not have any negative bearing upon your future. Yeah, exactly. Like what you've been experiencing with people dragging your name through the mud, or you feeling disconnected from yourself or from those around you or from what you're doing, or disconnected spiritually, or whatever the case is, it is not a long-term experience, my love. It's just a necessary one in the moment. She is the rising sun, marking the ending of darkness and the replenishment of life force after illness or devastation. She creates a clean slate and a fresh start. She protects and preserves that which is worthy of the heart. She shines in a perpetual state of divine beauty and radiance, attracting to us the most supportive and honoring circumstances. So if you guys have not been yet experiencing this Two of Cups, if it's been really hard for you to see the earth angels surrounding you or the beautiful circumstances surrounding you, know that that is headed your way. You just need to be clear. Like, they need to hear you is how this is coming through. They need to feel you. You need to allow yourself to open up in a way that is very clear. That Ace of Swords is like, cut through the bullshit and just speak on it. And when you do that, your people show up. Girl, like that literally just happened to me. I spoke on that shit publicly and in swooped my earth angels. You know, I was already seeing them before that, but then so many showed up after that that I didn't expect. And it seems that you too are also going to be experiencing that if you haven't already. Maybe that's just a perspective you needed to connect to for a moment. Woo! Okay, and lastly, Kali overcomes karma, realigns us with our path when we have veered off course, reverses the momentum of negativity, and detaches draining energy cords, restoring us to a full vitality. It may seem like your will is being thwarted, or you are not getting what you want, but the goddess knows what she's doing. Her actions will benefit you. Trust. Oh my goodness, my loves. Hummingbirds are calling to us. So let's get into some, hummingbird. Ooh. What's some guidance for us at this time, Spirit? Grounding is a big one I'm feeling. We need to ground. There's so much spiritual energy flying around. Everything's very, how I'm hearing it, everything's very cosmic. Everything's very in our heads and in the stars and spiritual. That Pisces North Node is screaming. I don't know about any of y'all, but I've been feeling incredibly ungrounded. I'm a Pisces North Node, Venus, Sun, and Moon. And so there's a lot of me being called up into the stars. So I don't know about y'all, but ground, my love, ground. So the first one that came out is this gorgeous little one right here. Migrating into new territory. Did I not say verbatim new territory? My God. Ah! As the breezes grow cooler, it is time for a change. Indeed it is. My goodness. Your heart is open and singing of sweet, unconditional love. Unconditional love. Heart song. Sing. Communicate. Oh my God. Dance to the music that feels like it's calling to you. I was channeling music right out of the gate with these cards. So, new bitch, Queen Herbie. Check it out. You're welcome in advance. Okay. The little things. Oh, sit in the gratitude, my love. Take time to rest upon your perch and delight in every tiny miracle. So while this transition is taking a long time, or, longer than maybe you desire, and it's requiring you to kind of know the names of your accusers, so to speak, or literally, ultimately, it also gives you that same time to recognize your blessings, all the little blessings, all the big blessings. Dude, I don't know about y'all, but I've been having some pretty powerful days where I'm just seeing spirit every single where. I've been seeing 777, 111. It's been fucking constant. Tell me, what angel numbers have been following you? A gentle touch, like the softness of a feather, brushes your skin. Be sweet and kind to yourself and others. Exactly. It's also calling you in this time to understand and develop your own sense of unconditional love and not drinking the poison anymore. It's really fucking easy in this process where you're facing your demons head on and looking them in the eye in a slow motion recognition of each other. It's really easy to sit there and be like, that motherfucker and da 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 and this piece of shit, and get real caught up in that. But when you allow yourself to fucking sit in that and give it energy, it's not the vibe, my love. It truly is not. You're being called to allow yourself to evolve to a place where you can meet everything, including yourself and your demons, with love. To say, hey, I can see why I trigger you. And I'm sorry for that experience. That shit sucks. But I have compassion and I understand how we got here, how you got here, how I got here. And I no longer want to feed into that. And I hope that you also grow in that same way. AKA one of my favorite phrases, I want you to eat, but not at my table. Gentle, kind, unconditional love. Lastly, what's some self-care? And I think we'll wrap it up here. Just because y'all can hear my throat is the throat chakra. Okay. Some self-care for my spirit. Woo! Express yourself. I think that was, if I want to say, pleasure, I think. Which is like self-pleasure. So, you know, feel on yourself, my love. Breathe and touch on yourself if need be. First off, energy work. I don't know about y'all, but I needed that. Also, hydration. I had myself a little smoke sesh before this, so hydrate. So yeah, makes sense. Ground yourself, remember? And then create art. You know what would be ideal? Go out into nature. Well, first of all, go to like the dollar store or Michael's craft store, whatever you're feeling called to. Get some art supplies, some water, a blankie, you know, set the vibe, maybe a few snacks, and then just go outside and paint or create or play in the mud or whatever the fuck. But that feels like that's the vibe. And if you're like, bitch, I'm so scared, I don't go places like that by myself, bring a trusted homie, bring your boo, bring whoever feels good, whoever you can be yourself around. I'm feeling, or I'm hearing untethered, like the kind of person that you can share silence with, you know, comfortably. So that is what I'm seeing, my love. Let me know how this one resonates for you. I know I need to sit with it and just process and download and breathe and ground and do exactly what they were just saying at the end there. So yeah, if you would like a one-on-one reading with me, you like to check out any of my offers, come to my events. I have High Tea coming up in May. I'm hosting a retreat in September that I'm still developing. And I also have my podcast, High House podcast, you can find on all the streaming places, and then on JessieRetro YouTube at JessieRetro, you can see the videos of those podcasts. It'll be linked in the description of this video, as well as my website, JessieRetroReadings.com. Thank you so much, bitch. Let me know how this resonated for you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Okay, so for those of you who stayed past the ending, girl, we got some extra tea. Look at this. The Emperor, Five of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Honestly, this just looks like you stop arguing with yourself. You gain a lot of control around those demons, around those said demons, when you allow yourself to fully just be like, bitch, I'm exhausted. Let me just take some time to ground. Like that in itself is what gives you clarity and gives you the ability to have control and structure and to be able to really embody that ability to handle whatever the next chapter requires of you. Because the Five of Swords and the Queen of Wands in reverse is like, bitch, I'm fucking exhausted. Just recognizing that you are ready to face those mental demons. The part of you that's like having the difficulty being patient through this transition. I was gonna pull more, but Spirit said, no, that is quite enough. This next chapter of your life is all about you. And if you have yet to discover who you are, then give yourself even more grace through this transitional point, but ultimately allow yourself to slow down and know that that in itself, taking your time and figuring out what your pace looks like and feels like, regardless of like what the inner demons or external demons are telling you, it's really about you finally seeing yourself in the mirror and recognizing where you've been pouring your energy into things that don't need it. And where you've been like not recognizing your blessings or not being in that frequency of gratitude. Where can you really take the time to day recognize the blessings that Spirit's bringing in for you so that you can recognize, oh fuck, I am good. My life is good. I can take these risks. I can trust myself. I can do these things in my own time. What I'm hearing is nothing good comes from desperation. And bitch, you are not desperate. So take your time and allow this process to happen, because in the grand scheme of things, this is the version of you you're going to look back at and be like, damn, yes, go off. All right, love. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.